I'm going to talk about analyze the trend of for sales, EBIT, and the net profit. Sales at first, the chart gives the information about the sales performance from 2016 to 2020, and the revenue was increased until 2018 here, and but it will decrease since that. It shows very low sales in 2020 because the data was only taken for half a year. It's sure on the top that it was cut down by June. And so, however, the revenue in 2020 still shows over half of the sales, less than 2019. One of the main reasons for that, for decreasing on sales, is that the people are losing job and they're getting less salary due to the COVID-19. Then, therefore, we can predict that it will keep dropping even in next following year. So this chart shows information about the EBIT. EBIT is the earning before interest and tax, which is influenced by sales directly. In the period of 2017 to 2018, EBIT was decreased, while the sales was raised at that period. If we look at the annual report on 2018, we can understand the EBIT in 2018 dropped because of the decrease on EBITDA and the increase on the depreciation and amortization. EBIT of Mr. Here will also keep dropping in the following year because it has dropped since 2017 and didn't show any rising symptom. So let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the chart of net profit. And Michael Hill was most successfully in 2017 here, because they got the highest net profit in that year. So net profit dropped, the revenue showing worse and worse performance after that. So until this year, even if we understand the profit in 2020 dropped due to COVID-19, the operating of Michael Hill still have other issues like high net operating cash flow in 2020. So I will continue to explain the pro forma statement after Nayala, and this is the formula pro forma statement that Nayala has done. But I'm going to explain how we get the result of that. So the formula here explained how we get the result of pro forma statements. So, for example, if we want to calculate the cash in the balance sheet to predict its number in the following year, we can use this here is the sales on 2020, and use this 30% of the sales on 2020 and plus it, and we will get a result of the assumed sales on 2021, and use this one to get the percentage of this percentage is coming from the cash in 2020 divided by the sales in 2020 as well, and times these two numbers, and we can guess the number that will the number of cash that will in the pro forma statements. Yes. So let's move on to the Michael Hill credit policy. So I just list one of their credit policies. Just shown on the screen. These are two Michael Hill New Zealand and Michael Hill Australia. So I just screenshot one of their policies here, and we can see customers can get interest free by different policy from these two companies. So according to the homepage of Michael Hill New Zealand, it offers financial choice for their customer. They provide a free interest in particular period, depending on the total amount that customer has purchased. So the longer term of payment is provided if customer purchased more. So, however, all the financial offers are only available in the physical stores. So, if we talk about the credit policy in Australia, Michael Hill, we can understand Michael Hill Australia offers more stringent financial choice to the market. Customers have maximum 36 months interest free if they purchased over $5,500. So it's worth around 5,900 New Zealand dollars. So by contrast, the customer, if we can get the same treatment like here, it will be, if customers spend around New Zealand dollars 3,500, the shops in Australia is able to collect payment in 24 months. But the New Zealand shop will collect payment in one more year. Therefore, Michael Hill New Zealand provide more liberal credit policy for customer. Actually, the policy of New Zealand market attracts customer coming to buy more. However, it takes longer time for Michael Hill New Zealand collect the receivable than Michael Hill Australia. So so if we look at the current value of Michael Hill New Zealand, we can see it is New Zealand dollar 0.74 on 6 January 2021. So it changes between 0.73 to 0.75 during the day. If we compare with the beginning of the 5-year period, we can see it's a decline around by New Zealand dollars 0.25. So which has shrunk around 1/4. In these 5 years, the lowest market value happened in the first quarter of 2020, mostly due to COVID-19, which dropped to 0.24 on 27th March 2020. Michael Hill was also shocked by coronavirus, like other industry as well. So on the 6th September 2016, the market value was highest in $1 here. At this point, it's $1.79 during the period. So yes, so if we comparing the book value of share with the current market value, we can I have to explain the formula that we calculate the book value of share first. The book value of share is total equity divided by the reserve, and use the result to divided by shareholder outstandings. So we can get these numbers from annual report 2020, and I got the result of 0.39. Compare back, please. Compare with the book value today, it's 0.74, which means it's almost raised double. Yeah, this
Finish? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So guys, any questions?
It was so clear for me.
Oh.
Use it for what?
Wendy, you need to look at us. You
Yeah.
rely too much on your notes. Okay?
Yeah, sorry.
So try to, let's say, be confident. It's okay, it's like you always need to rely on the notes because you actually know all the contents, right?
Yeah.
You made all these things, so you
Yeah.
actually know about them.
Yeah.
My only concern come to there some, let's say, the inconsistency about the trend analysis
Yeah.
with your pro forma statement. Because see, the trend analysis charts showed us there are all declining patterns
Yes.
in the future for
Yes.
the sales, right?
Yeah.
But when you did your pro forma statement, you actually assume there are going to be 30% increase in the sales.
Yes,
So-
I have noticed this problem, but the part of in our group we separate our work individually. So I just according to the pro forma shipment from another group member. So yeah, I know it's make conflict, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I think Nayara mentioned, let's say, some explanation about
Yeah.
that. She said it's like because of the development of the, let's say, online shopping.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it may result right in
yes.
the increase of sales. But for you, it's like you need to emphasize that again, okay? Because you
Okay.
need to say it's like so. The future pattern from the trend analysis gave us maybe it should be decreasing signal. However, but consider of the company going to invest in the online shopping and
Yeah.
their app development, for example, and they will try all their best in doing their marketing activities in order for them to encourage the sales, right?
Yes.
Then it can be the case.
Yes.
But like say, Nayara mentioned you are going to discuss for assumptions. But you didn't.
No.
Where are the assumptions, right?
Yeah.
So you need to explain for us about assumptions. For example, you say all expenses keep the same, and the current assets going to be varied according to the sales, and current liabilities going to be changed according to the sales. You need to get all these detailed assumptions.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. So if not you, then Nayara should get right.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
there's some miscommunication
Yeah.
between you two. Okay.
Yes.
And then it's like good actually you show us like say one example how you actually calculate right
Yeah.
about the pro forma cash in 2020.
Yeah.
The only problem is there's let's say should be consistent, should be all in New Zealand dollars, but there's one is in US dollars.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you need to be careful. Okay.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's very good actually you show us very detailed about how you calculate for the book value and how you compare it with the market value, right, for the share price. So that is really good. And also it's good for you to point out the differences between the Australian company and New Zealand company. There are differences in the credit policy, right? And then how you justify about that. That's well done.
Thank
Okay?
you very much.
All right, good.